Hello, my name is Youssef El Boukyuti. I'm the junior consultant. We are IMC, International Management Consultant. We're based in central London and we're specialized in item troubleshooting. We are providing solution to modern world challenges. This is our team.
My name is Maria Louisa. I'm senior consultant.
My name is Manan Sharma and I am the IT specialist.
My name is Heli Choksi and I'm the senior consultant. So after the interview, we have realized that Bombay Brasserie is a fine dining restaurant which was opened in 1982. It offers set menus, tasting menus and a la carte menus. It also does a Saturday and Sunday brunch which is really popular, so those are the busy hours. They also provide a private dining room for a large party and they want their personal space. They also have a luxurious bar filled with a lot of drinks starting from Bombay to London. It's a quite good mix. This is the main room. This is the conservatory. This is the Bombay bar. And this is the private dining room which fits around 20 people. So we have identified a few problems. One of them is no private parking space. So when you go for a fine dining experience, you at least expect parking space, which is quite difficult, so it upsets the guests. They don't have to have any data backup, which means if they ever have a virus in their computers and they lose their data, they have nothing to back them up with. They also have poor customer service from what we've noticed, and it also upsets the guests a lot, which makes them not come back again. But their revenue is almost always earned by the guests who keep coming back. So this is the problem. They also have unsupervised working hours, which means few of the employees work for lesser hours, but they still get the whole pay, and salary is always the biggest expenditure. They have lack of marketing and promotional offers, which means they're not all that recognized by a larger group of people. And Brexit is one of the problems we've identified. However, our focus is going to be these three problems because poor customer service is one of the biggest problems in hospitality, and that's the main reason people don't feel like coming back. Another problem is unsupervised working hours. It causes a big problem because when the staff comes in late and they don't get any punishment for it, they feel like they're getting away with something, and it causes a psychological bias in their head, and it also leads to poor productivity at work. They also have no data backup, so if they lose their data, they're going to lose logistics, accountancy, and also marketing research purposes related data. So these are the three problems we're focusing on. Now, my colleague is going to take over now and is going to talk about the problems.
So the first problem that we have identified is data backup. So before starting, I would like to tell you what do you mean by data and backup. Data is information, statistics, figures, and backup is a kind of help or a secondary support. So it helps in accounting and documentation. It records all those transactions, bar sales. It retains the profit annually. So talking about the problem now, the problem, Bombay Brasserie does not have any kind of software backup. So the solutions for the problem is that we can create a backup software. We can update the virus protection software regularly because the rapidly increasing technology leads us to do that. We can save work every hour so that whenever things are, the software crashes, we can see the records initially. Don't run too many programs at once. When you run too many programs at once, the software crashes, which leads you to not record the transactions. And use IaaS and virtual data centers. So IaaS and the virtual data center is the ideal solution that we found out. And IaaS basically means the infrastructure as a service, and we have included it with the virtual data centers. We have chosen the solution because we have unlimited storage for the IaaS and virtual data centers. So then you will be able to store an enormous amount of data on the web, and it just costs about some money and it's very cheap. Secondly, you can cancel the subscription anytime. If you don't like it, you can cancel the subscriptions, which makes you or attracts you to to load that software. So the benefits for the solution is that you can record transactions, you can supervise sales and have a copy of it, and you can increase profits since you have the transactions, you know what you have done previously, and you can develop your profits.
Again, come back. So, we have noticed that the customer service in Bombay Brasserie is poor, and this is affect on the restaurant as all our guests leave disappointed and they might not come back there anymore. Also, we noticed that the restaurant have a big problem with parking, as the restaurant is situated nearby Gloucester Road Station, and it is really rare that they can find a place where to park nearby. That's why we came up with this solution to help us to be more professional, to provide a high level of service, to reach a new mobility level, and of course to get more excellent review in Travel Advisor, as a lot of our customers come from that way, and also to increase our profit. This is our main problem. The first problem is that we do not have any parking, like private parking, and a lot of our customers get upset about that. And also, unfortunately, during the busy hours, the staff they might not notice what the customer want, and they get in rush and they can't respond to all what our customers need. This is one of the solutions that we came up with. The first one is to create a parking application that finds and book a place for the guest car. The second one is to inform our guests in advance about no parking on the website. The third is to invest money and build parking on the roof. And the fourth one is to put a self-need. And the last one is to create a service application that notify the waiter about the guest need. So this is the IT solution that we came up for our problem. One create a combined application for both of problem, parking and customer need option. Why we do this? Because both of problem are easier to solve by technology that is available today. And also with this app we're gonna benefit from finding a parking quicker and easily. Also the guests can book a parking before they come to the restaurant via application, and it is cheaper to use this application than construct a new parking.
So here we approach to our last but really significant problem is that staff working hours in Bombay Brasserie are not supervised. What do I mean by that? That staff is recording their working hours, just make a note and that's it. So it's not supervised, it's not controlled, and there is no applied technology compared with our modern competitors. So why we should supervise our working hours? When the staff aware that working hours is supervised, it enhances them and encourage. So, and they also think about salary more because they know that their hours are counted and the salary is paying normally. So as well, that accordingly employer know that all employers are paid honestly, that consequently staff are ready to work overtime because they know that it's appreciated and it's payable, and moreover it's extra payable. What else improve our situation? If we supervise working hours, it will monitor late arrivals, that hereby it will be punished and there will be provided penalty as a money punishment. So, what's the problem? The problem is that staff are not supervised, and the client may face a problem when staff will miss their shift, or even will claim that about inconsideration and non-payment, like what do I mean, extra payment for overtime. Solutions. We came up with a few solutions. That the first one is to create a basic Excel document and just ask staff to put their hours, what can be, let's say, not really loyal and not correspondingly to nowadays technologies. Second one is to watch floor cameras when workers arrive and they leave. That's a big impact in employer and staff relationship. And the third one is to establish biometric access control. First one is to ask staff to make our notes in a reception journal. So similar to the first one, it's not really worthy. And finally, the fifth one, to establish ID card control access system. So, and here we came to our ideal solution, that we should establish ID card system that will allow us to control all working hours and overtime as well. Why we should do that? Because it permits to control hours technically correctly and benefit from that. Everything is supervised accurately, considers general hours, overtime, and not working hours as well. Presents level up for Bombay Brasserie system, as I already mentioned, that we should reach our competitors, which are really modern and specifies on modern technology. And for the last one is that ID card access is cheaper than biometric control system. So, and finally, we wanted to present us our conclusion that we're going to reach Bombay Brasserie in the near future to demonstrate our assumption along our solution and to the board for their consideration. And moreover, there is no force for business to accept our solution. Anyway, we can provide them a comprehensive realization program that Bombay Brasserie will decide will they accept that or not.